In the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful, this is the incredible tale of a group of men who miraculously slept in a cave for 309 years. It all began on a day of grand celebration in the town. The king sat proudly on his majestic throne, watching his people dance, sing, and offer food to the hundreds of colourful idols. The townspeople believed these stone idols and statues granted them food, water, health, and wealth. But there was a group of young men who sat far away under a shady green tree, hidden from the king and the crowd. They had left the noise and bustle of the celebration and gathered there one by one, each a stranger to the other. The faint music and chants of the festival reached them, filling their hearts with unease. How could these lifeless statues be their gods? They pondered deeply and realized that the one who created them and everything else is their true God. Though they believed this, they dared not speak it aloud for fear of the king. Anyone who defied the king's religion was arrested and thrown into prison. The cruel king punished the prisoners severely. As they watched their friends and families serve the stone statues, one of them finally spoke up. "We have left our families and the festival and gathered here. Do all of you think the same as I do? I believe the king and our people are wrong. Idols are just helpless stones. The true God is Allah, who created the world," another answered, breaking the silence. These brave young men decided to build a separate house of worship where they could pray to Allah. Soon, the townspeople noticed them and began to gossip. "Who are they prostrating to? I don't see any idol in there," a bald man grumbled as he peeked through the window. "New fashion is all right, but a new God and a new place of worship? That's too much," said another. Some foolish townspeople reported them to the king, who immediately had them arrested. They were dragged to the royal court. "Explain yourselves," the king boomed angrily. The young friends were terrified, but Allah strengthened their hearts with courage, and they stood up to the cruel king, declaring, "Our God is the one who created the sky and the earth. We will not worship anyone besides Allah." Another friend stood up bravely. "The people of our town who worship idols are senseless. They have no proof that what they do is right." The king was enraged. "What nonsense! How dare you! I will not tolerate this rebellious and bold tone," he huffed, his cheeks turning purple with rage. "Take away their robes and seize all their belongings," the king ordered the guards. The king watched as the guards roughly pulled away their lavish robes, breathing heavily as he thought of further punishment. "You are young and stubborn. I will give you one chance to reconsider and return to worshipping my idols. If you persist in disobeying me, I will kill each one of you," he bellowed. But these men, though young and powerless, did not give up. Despite their fear for their lives, they did not bend to the king's false orders. They knew Allah would help them, so they ran away and hid in a cave outside the town. "The rebels have escaped. The rebellious young men have escaped. Anyone who sees them must report immediately or face severe punishment." The king's guards searched high and low, but it seemed as if they had vanished. "They can hide, but they can't run. They'll have to come out for food or other necessities soon," grumbled the chief guard. The young friends did not know if the cave was safe. How long could they hide without food and water? Exhausted from running and hiding, they called out to Allah for help. "Our God, help us with a very special blessing from you." Allah answered their call in a miraculous way. They fell into a deep sleep in the darkness of the cave. When the sun rose and set, Allah protected their cave from its bright rays. They slept through the day and night. Days turned into weeks and they didn't wake up, not even to eat, drink or go to the bathroom. Anyone who came across the cave would see the ferocious paws of a dog at the entrance. Their hearts would fill with terror and they would flee. Finally, the day came when they stirred from their sleep, waking up one by one, yawning and stretching. "How long did we sleep?" one mumbled while rubbing his eyes. "I think we slept the whole day," said his friend. "No, I think we slept for an hour or so," said another. "Only Allah knows best how long we slept. I am starving. One of us needs to get food from the town," said another. They collected whatever money they had and sent one of their companions to buy food. "Be careful, don't let anyone recognize you or they'll kill you on the spot," they warned their friend before he left. The young man reached the town, but despite his efforts to go unnoticed, he couldn't. People nudged, pointed, snickered, and stared. So old-fashioned. Is he playing a prank? What an odd dress sense. Must be from a far-off land. When he handed a silver coin to the shopkeeper was taken aback. The people detained the young man because of his ancient clothes and ways. They took him to the king. The young man was surprised to see a new king instead of the cruel one he knew. This new king was a righteous man of Allah. When the young man narrated his story, the king was shocked. "You have woken up after 309 years. The cruel king you speak of is long dead," exclaimed the new king. The new king honored these young men for their strong faith. It is said that after meeting the new king, these young men returned to their cave. And it was then that Allah took away their souls, and they reached the gardens of paradise. If you enjoyed this story, please subscribe to my channel for more amazing content.